Alfred, how are
Yes,
you?
yo.
Guys, why am I smiling like this and I'm showing my gown? Oh my God.
Because you know you're about to laugh
Oh,
your
goodness.
ass off.
Listen, first and foremost, I want to apologize to everybody who's watching. I'm cooking salsa, so it was bubbling, and I'm making drinks, so they were getting burnt. So I had to stop and turn off the stove and rush and get this show started.
So are we invited to dinner, Alfred? Are we invited?
Hey,
to
as long as you got an appetite, you are invited to dinner all day, every day.
Okay.
No problem. No problem. I'll bring the drinks.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Bring something. How you doing, ladies?
God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you as our first guest. You know, we've been in hiatus for like 2 years.
Yes,
So,
2 years.
So I heard.
Yeah, so we decided, you know what, we want to come back. We enjoy doing it. And we just love, honestly, and I know you don't need us, but we love shining a light on you and Zimbabweans and what they're doing and their dreams and their desires. So I'm so glad and I'm thankful that, you know, you're giving us your time.
Listen.
It's a pleasure for us, honestly.
No, thank you for allowing me to be here. We need each other always. We're a community, right? So I'm here, man, and I really appreciate the invite. And yet again, I want to apologize for being late.
That's okay.
But I'm glad that you guys were willing to wait for me, and hey, let's get it going.
All right. Well, if you guys don't know, this is Dr. Taffy and I'm Tino, and we are the ladies of ZimLadies Roundtable. Basically what we just do is to, you know, elevate, empower, and just try to magnify a light on what Zimbabweans are doing. So today we have Alfred, and Alfred is a comedian. So we just wanted to talk to him, get to know him a little bit more, and for you guys also to get to know him. So we're going to just start off with, I guess, the first question. When did you discover you were funny?
That's an interesting question. I think it was a daycare. I was making up.
Back when you were yay high.
Yeah, you know. But no, I think growing up back in Zimbabwe, I was really like a family clown. You know, everybody used to just, you know, laugh when I was around. But I think my comedic skills really popped up in high school. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I went to PE. I went to Prince Edward High School. So it was an old boys, and it was just a vibe, you know, making people laugh in school. And that's when I kind of realized, like, hey man, I could really be good at this. But it wasn't anything that I thought of as a career up until I came to the States. When I moved out here, then, you know, all my friends in college were like, dude, you should get on stage, just try it, just do open mic and see how it goes. And once I jumped on stage and I did my little 3 minutes for the first time, the bug hit, and I was like, okay, I think I can do this, you know.
Oh, but Alfred, were you the class clown?
No. I was the school clown. Let's get that
Oh
right.
my God, not the school clown.
I was the school clown. True story. Let me tell you this. At PE, they had I think it was a weekly or bi-weekly news article that used to come out, right? Telling the story of, you know, the school, the sports and all that good stuff. I was the only dude they ever did an article on as the school clown, the funniest guy in high school. I kid you not. So it comes from way back.
Born for this.
I sure was, and I embrace it. Yeah. I need to find that article too, because that's very historic. Because because the name of the newspaper was called the Prince Edward School Times, and they did an article on me as the school clown. I'll never forget that.
Please find it so we can post it on ZimLadies Roundtable. Watch this space, guys.
Yeah. And my mother never knew it because she thought I was just a school role model. She thought I was supposed to be a prefect. Oh, Lord, no. Not me.
So what does she say now? Because look where you are now. Like
right. So you know how it is with our African parents, right? You know, you're sent to school.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
supposed to be in school, do good in school, get a career as an accountant, a doctor, an engineer. So for years, that's what my mother was struggling with. Like, dude, you know, you're very intelligent. You know, you gotta go back to school. Gotta go finish. Up until she saw how it blew up, you know, that whole Kevin Hart Comedy Central thing changed the game, because now my mother was calling me like, oh, I always knew you were a star, my son. Oh. Telling all her friends now, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Comedy Central, how did that come about? I mean, you know, Alfred Kainga from Zimbabwe, and now on Comedy Central. I mean,
yes. So I had to sell myself. You know, I was a street worker. You know, I was, you know, selling myself as, you know, as a sex slave, just to give myself over to it now.
Guys,
y'all are not ready for this, huh? You were not ready for this.
we were not, apparently.
Listen. I think, you know, the comedy fraternity is incredible here in America. I've met a lot of good friends. We help each other. Comedians put comedians on. That's what I've learned. We bring each other up. So I'm in the circuit. I'm doing the Dallas scene, you know, traveling, you know, here and there, but nothing crazy. And there's a guy from New York who had moved to Dallas by the name of Rudy Rush. Now, Rudy Rush used to be a Showtime at the Apollo host.
okay.
This guy has done Def Comedy Jam, you know, he's major in the game, right? So he saw me one day and he was like, dude, you're funny. I'm gonna work with you one time, you know. So we worked a couple of times. Next thing you know, he's like, you know, I know some people in the business, so I'm gonna give them your name, and one day somebody's gonna call you. And I'm like, sure, you know. 3-4 months later, he calls me and he said, hey man, there's some people watching you, and I'm telling you, man, keep working. They're gonna call you. I'm like, whatever, you know. You hear this in the comedy game, in the, you know, showbiz. And a few weeks later, sure enough, Kevin Hart's people called, and they were like,
I was literally about to ask you, is that how you got your opportunity?
That's it. And they called and they said, hey man, we think you're incredible, man. We want to, you know, put you on this TV show that we got, you know, we're gonna showcase your stand-up. And I was like, you know, when he called, I turned like as a gay Zimbabwean for like 10 seconds. I was like, oh my God, Kevin, is that you? Oh my God!
Fangirling.
I couldn't believe it, and so I was pumped up, you know. And that's how it happened, you know. And
what was it? How was it like when you were working with Kevin Hart? Because obviously Kevin Hart is like a mega star, not just in the U.S. Like that's like.
That's big.
Absolutely.
And
not
they
just
called you Alfred.
Yeah. So what they were doing is they were showcasing about three comedians from each city. Now, here's the crazy story, right? So the first season of this show was being shot in Houston. I don't live in Houston. I'm a Dallas comedian. But this guy was like, dude, you are so funny, you know, put him on. So Kevin was like, we don't care. And they were like, but he lives in Dallas. Now we don't give a damn where he lives. Bring him to Houston. He's going to film on the Houston show. So that was just God's favor. So I had to use a buddy of mine's address to act like I live in Houston. But what's new for us Zimbabweans? We do that all the time, you know. I was 16 years for 4 years straight. Come on. So I found an address and I put it on there. I'm like, I am there, you know. I'm doing this show today. So that's how it happened. And next thing you know, I got to meet Kev, and it was an incredible experience, and it just changed my life because, you know, everybody now, this is where all the shows started coming. I was doing now Jamaica, Canada, England, and it was just like, okay, I think we're onto something here, you know?
Oh, but how was it meeting him for the first time? Like, was it, you know, throwing jokes back and forth,
No,
it
was short, just like him, you know? But, you know, I wish it had been longer. But it was real short. I mean, it was like in and out, you know.
That's in and out.
No, it was a surreal experience. I mean, we sat down, we had a conversation with a whole interview. But yeah, it was real laid back. He's a really cool guy. You know, I was nervous, but he was like, "Nah, man, relax," and everybody else was just cool. So it was a whole vibe. It was nice.
Wow. So now that you've gotten to the point of meeting the Kevin Harts of the world, what's your next step? Where are you going now?
Gosh, man, we just did a movie. I'm in a movie now. So yeah.
Congratulations!
I'm telling you, man. I'm doing. I mean, you can find it on Tubi, or you can go to Dollar General. They have the DVD. I mean, it's not anything major. All I'm saying is
you're in a movie, my guy. That's all you need.
That's all I'm saying.
You need.
Hey, so the movie is called The Disconnection Notice. Now, what's crazy about this movie is it's got a lot of comedians. Some of you have heard of, some you have not heard of. But it's a classic, and it's really, really cool. So we're waiting for the release date on this movie, and I'll be letting you know where it's going to be coming out. And I think I've posted 1 or 2 trailers for the movie. But yeah, got a movie coming out, and I'm just going to keep pushing, you know. I just want to take my comedy to the next level and performing in every city that I can and in every country that I can as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm curious, though. Have you met any other Zimbabweans on the scene? Like, is it just you, or, you know, are there other...
Oh, okay. So here in the States, it had been me for the longest, right? But I don't know. You guys got to get this young kid on here. There's a dude named Long John, Lenmo Jonasi. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. So he was based in South Africa. And when I first went home in 2017 to do my first show, when I did a show in Zimbabwe, he was one of my openers. And he was super funny. Then he moved to South Africa, and he was doing his thing there. And Steve Harvey did a competition, finding the next best comedian, and he actually won that competition. It was an online competition. So now, fast forward, this dude has moved out here now. He's in Pittsburgh, and we've done a few shows together. We just recently did the Apollo in New York.
Nice.
And, you know, he was on there too. So incredibly funny dude. Now, you know, we're different. You know, his style is different from mine. Because he's from the village, Chimani. That's his shit. He talks about it like, yo, you know, he's got one funny joke where he talks about in Chimani they don't have Instagram, right? So the only way they get to like other people's pictures is if you go to their house and you like the pictures on the wall. He said you pick it up and you say, I like this one. The funniest shit. So he's doing his thing. He's out here. So it's not just me now. So we got 2 Zimbabwean brothers who are rocking the stages out here. So I love it. I love it.
Guys, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know how they have Zim Expo every year?
Uh-huh.
I feel like there needs to be, you know how they'll have the modeling and then the music and whatnot? Why not have a comedy section?
Right.
Gotta have comedy
So
there.
now we know of 2 Zimbabwean comedians. Why don't we have even a set for 30 minutes? Something.
Absolutely. But as long as you're paying and not with salary.
Yeah.
Because, woo,
Alfred. We're all eating, Alfred.
I know my people.
I'm just an idea thrower. The payments,
yeah,
I don't know.
That's a different story.
Tino doesn't deal with that.
That's a whole different ball game. When it comes to payments, it'll just be but
listen,
I think
I'm all for it. That's a good idea because we gotta showcase our talent every time.
Oh yeah. And I think a lot of Zimbabweans would also like to come to stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It'll definitely help boost whatever you know, what happens with Zim Expo. Not that it's not great, it's great already.
Yeah.
But just to have a little more of variety, I guess.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm all for it.
Oh yeah. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you come up with your material though?
Well, if you've watched my shows, I think you realize it's my life. I tell my life stories, and then I just make them funny. You know, I take the negative situations that have happened to me, and I just put humor in them. You know, with a little bit of exaggeration, of course. And so, yeah, I write all my material. It's just off my life experience. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how can you not talk about when I was in high school? I used to weigh like 95 pounds. I was skinny. You come to America, you got Burger King, Jack in the Box, Popeyes, and now 295 pounds.
You can't even jump to conclusions.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry right now.
Don't sit on your phone either, right?
Yes.
He said I sat on my phone. It was what was it?
An iPad.
So it's just my life, you know. I'll talk about, you know, what I expected when I came here. I thought I was going to be rich when I came to America, and then next thing you know, and next thing you know, I'd never seen my electricity get turned off until I got here. I was so broke, they turned off my electricity. I mean, I invited this girl for dinner to my place. I get there and the lights are out. So guess what I did? I bought candles. I bought like 60 candles, and I lit them all up. And she was like, "What is this?" I said, "Dinner by candlelight." She was going to the bathroom. I gave her another candle. She said, "What is this?" I said, "Poop by candlelight, girl. That's what I mean." Number 2 by candlelight.
Oh my God. So like, imagine you're having such a great time like what we are now, and someone heckles you. Like, how do you deal with that? Do you make fun of that person now, or what? How do you work it out? Because imagine you're on the stage and you're going hard and you think you're doing great, and then someone says you suck. What do you do?
Well, let's just pray and thank God that has not happened yet. I haven't heard anybody yet like that, but you know, situations happen in a live show. You just never know. So you have to be ready, right? You got to be able to address situations right there. And I think what I've learned to do is to make friends with any situation that I'm in. Make it light. Because at the end of the day, if you're in a room with 300 people and 298 of them love you and only 2 are upset, then you're going to win. You're going to win at the end of the day. So we can say anything at that point, and it would be funny. So
anything,
Alfred? Huh?
Anything? I mean, is there anything you won't joke about?
Yes. I mean, I'll leave my God out of it. I ain't gonna play with God like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm very I'm serious about my religion. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. And I don't like talking about disabled people neither. You know, I mean, if you got one eye that's lazier than the other one, that's a little different. You know, but I mean, if you got that Forrest Whitaker, you know, that's a little different. You know, but. But most
y'all
of the time,
leave Forrest alone. He got the surgery. He got the eye surgery done.
Did he really?
He did. He had to go get his eyelids. They were drooping too much.
Wait a minute. After all these years, that was his trademark.
Why?
At this point,
why would you do that? That was his trademark. I would have left it alone. Yeah. I would have left Tuesday and Wednesday alone. Okay,
he needed it.
Yeah, he did, huh?
Oh my goodness! I just
left it alone though.
So, besides comedy, what else do you do in life? Let's say if you
hey, immigration is listening. I'm a comedian. Hey. This is what I came to do.
This is what you came to do?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your plan B?
Comedy. That is plan B and C.
Okay, if you were not, let's, hypothetical situation.
If I was not a comedian.
If you are not a comedian, what would you be?
A musician.
Oh. Do you play an instrument?
I play piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you sing? Any vocal abilities?
I can sing too. Yeah. Yeah. I can sing too.
Hypothetical here or
no? I'm for real. I'm for real.
You want to give us 20 seconds, Alfred?
I don't.
You can't just say something and then not like we don't believe. We need.
Can you hear it?
They're asking for our audience.
Can you hear it? Can you hear me?
I can hear it.
That's my war cries.
That's my war cry. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think I can do one war cry real quick.
Okay, first of all, not a piano being readily available.
Right there. He was ready.
No, because check this out. I was rushing, right? To get ready for the show, and I was like, normally I'll set up somewhere else. I don't even have a backdrop, but I was like, everything is right here. Let me get my lights on. Let me just sit right here. That's why I'm sitting like this, because I've been trying to hide the piano the whole time,
Man of many talents.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I do. So yeah, I've been a musician, and I still like singing. So that's
what kind of music would you?
Gospel, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gospel music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll be listening we'll be singing your songs in church and whatnot.
In church, yeah.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna do it. One of these days, I'm gonna drop an album.
I think you should.
I mean, a little snippet, something, a demo tape, a mixtape,
right?
Something.
In the comments, they're asking for a repeat.
Oh my gosh! When? Right now?
I guess, but I'm not asking for a repeat. I need to hear the vocals. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so you want to hear something serious?
Just give us a little bit.
Just so we just want to hear, a little something.
Okay. Let's see. You guys, we're supposed to be talking about comedy today.
Well, we've learned you have another talent. It would have been loud music.
Somebody's listening right now, okay? Somebody's watching and listening.
Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. Oh, my gosh. I know my comedy friends are going to be like, what are you doing? Tino simuta mawoko weduo kuna iye samatenga ndiye mwari werukare ishe mwamazishe Tino simuta mawoko weduo kuna iye samatenga ndiye mwari werukare ishe mwamazishe Totenda baba wo when you marry.
Yes.
That's it. Album's coming out next week.
Oh my goodness.
You'll see it first on ZimLadies Roundtable.
ZimLadies Roundtable. We're going worldwide. Yes.
That was amazing.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
My goodness.
See,
who would
the
have
high
thought it?
pitch and everything.
Huh?
No, that was amazing. That was really good.
So I minored in music in college.
Oh.
Yeah. Piano and voice. So yeah.
Okay. Immigration, you hear this? You
Yes.
might be switching to.
We might be switching. You know, if this comedy thing don't work out, we got a backup plan.
But he will let you know.
There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of backup plans,
Yeah.
when you're on stage, like, has anything embarrassing ever happened to you, and you kind of had to figure out, how do I get out of this?
What? Great question. Great question. Listen, this is before COVID. Okay, I'm on stage at a place called the Arlington Improv, and I'm doing this joke where, you know, I talk about. I'm talking about cocaine, right? And how people do cocaine. And sure enough, as I'm on that stage, I don't know what happened, but a snot bubble, like, just, whoa, like, just dropped. I'm talking about lights are on me, everything, just bam. And I saw it, and I had to bring it back up. And I was like, and I was shocked. And, you know, I tried to keep on with my set, right? But I was like, nah, man, everybody saw that. So I was like, so the moment I started talking about it, I said, did y'all see what happened? The whole room went crazy. They were dying. I said, yo, I know y'all thinking just because I'm African, I got Ebola for real right now. Because, you know, I mean, I addressed it. I had to address it, and I made it funny, and it was hilarious. So now when you see me when I'm on stage, I always have a towel on stage for the sweat, and just in case something happens. Just in case something crazy happens like that. Yeah, I had a little snot bubble just whoop, and I had to bring it back. And I was like, did anybody see that? Yeah, nigga, everybody saw that.
Oh my God. That I don't know what I would do. I would leave.
I know. I had to, you know, people are sitting right in front of you. They got their food and their napkins. I had to ask one lady, like, yo, can I get a napkin and I'll clean it. I had to talk about it. It happened.
That's a good comeback, though.
It's comedy.
Yeah.
You said that my comedy is about my life.
Yeah.
That was real life happening right there on stage.
You gotta learn to laugh at yourself too.
Yeah,
I think that's something we all struggle with, right?
Yeah,
laughing at yourself, having fun with it, our mistakes, and I mean, you won't die from, you know, embarrassment.
No.
So
that is true.
No, that's what pays my bills, you know.
Right. But so okay, so you're funny. You're funny.
Thank you.
Right. But what's the funniest joke that you have heard?
Wow, man, I've heard a lot of comedy. I've watched some of the best live, and you know, there's so much. I mean, God.
Give us. Okay, so give us one.
Okay.
Give us one joke you've heard.
I mean, this is a joke, right? This is a joke. It's not material. There's a difference between a joke and material that you really write and you're going in. So when I first started doing comedy, or before, you know, when I got here, I watched Delirious. Delirious by Eddie Murphy, when he was wearing the red leather suit, right? This is back in 83 or something like that. This is an old stand-up, right? And when I watched it, I fell in love with it. So it's in an auditorium full of grown folks. But for some reason, there was a couple that brought little kids. I think they were maybe 10 years old. And so when Eddie Murphy saw that, he wanted to give them a joke. He said, this is a joke you can tell when you go back to school and tell them you saw Eddie Murphy live. And so he said it's going to be a good, clean joke. And so the setup is amazing. So the joke is a bear and a rabbit were taking a shit in the woods. So the bear looked over at the rabbit and said, excuse me, but do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur? So the rabbit said no. So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit.
I'm pretty sure those kids, they had detention.
Come on. Come on. You're telling that to kids. It's just the whole setup of it all was amazing. I loved it. I thought that was incredible. And it's just something that he thought of on the spot right there to drop a joke to the kids. Yeah.
So is Eddie Murphy one of your favorite comics?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, man, he's incredible. You know, because he was a master on stage and he's also amazing on the big screen, right? With all the roles that he plays, you know. So yeah, I love Eddie Murphy for sure.
What are your top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Oh.
We want top 5 American and top 5 Zimbabwean.
Okay, I'll start off with the American. Right now, top 5, I would say Richard Pryor for sure, Eddie Murphy. There's a guy named Andrew Schultz right now. He's killing it. He's on my, he's amazing. Come on. Whew, you guys are making it tough. Bernie Mac, incredible. I love Bernie. And then 5th one, I would say Earthquake. Earthquake is amazing. I don't know if you ever watched Earthquake. You gotta watch it.
Wait a minute. I was waiting for you to say Dave Chappelle. What? You don't like Dave Chappelle?
Not in my top 5. Yeah, I mean, he's incredible, but he's not my top 5, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. Yeah. So, Zim top 5. Number 1, Mukadot. Easy. That man was beyond his time, right? He was incredible. Number 2, I would say Gringo. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was incredible too. Number 3, Paraffin.
Okay.
Yeah. These are all theatrical, right? Now, that's number 3. Number 4, do we have enough to say 4 and 5? 4, I would say
new, up and coming, I guess.
Long John, Lenmore Jonasi, definitely he's in there. He's in my top. Yeah, definitely. And there's another Comic Pasta. I love him. Comic Pasta. Yeah. So
wait a minute. What about the lady? What's her name?
Who
works with Comic Pasta?
You talking about Gonyet?
Gonyet.
Yeah.
No, she's funny. She's funny too. No, those guys, they're funny. But remember, there's a different skits, right? So those guys mostly do a lot of skits. Yeah, but I've worked with Pasta on stage, and he's nice on stage. But yeah, Lenmore definitely incredible as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
interesting, huh?
Maybe we can get all the Zim, comedians and. So maybe we can do something all together, and
that'll be dope.
Have Alfred leading, of course.
That'll be funny. That'll be funny. Yeah, we can do it.
But do you practice, or it's just a natural thing, like?
Okay, so it's like going to the gym, right? So you gotta go work out. Same thing with material, with comedy. As comics, we go to open mics. We got to go do open mics, and get on stage 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just to practice your material, so that when you tried it out for the first time in front of a live audience, it's not new, you know what I mean? You've worked it out somewhere, and it's going to work. So, yeah, that's the process.
Do you have a team that everybody sit down, I've got some new material?
No, you just go to an open mic is held at comedy clubs and different events. So you just go and you just try it. And these people, they don't know who you are. So they just want to listen to something funny. And the audience never lies, right? The audience is always going to let you know if your material is good.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. The audience never lies. Because I used to try that in front of my couch and my chair by myself. And my chair and my couch would be lying to me, telling me that this shit is funny. And then you get on stage and you're dying, you know, so you gotta
Have you had crickets?
Yeah, you gotta try it in front of a real live audience, and it works.
Have you experienced crickets after telling a joke and you thought, you know, it's gonna hit and it doesn't hit?
You know, it happens. It happens where you think, okay, the punch, but they didn't laugh here, they laughed at this one. You know, so it happens, and you just gotta adjust. But you know, I've been in the game for a while now, and I'm fortunate that I have enough material to pull it out. And you know, if I feel like, oh, this is not going so great, I got time to adjust and just run with it.
That's great.
Yeah.
So when are your next shows?
Yeah,
this weekend I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I'm gonna be at a place called Upstage Comedy Club. So I got 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then after that, we're going to St. Martin Island to do a show there. And we got Uganda coming up. So yeah, we got some shows coming up. So, you know, I just hope everyone who's listening, wherever you are or you're watching, that, you know, we get to see each other one of these days real soon.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. When are you coming to Nashville? How do we get you to Nashville?
Nashville.
Alfred.
See, Nashville is on our horizon. See, we do everything in Tennessee, but Nashville. We go to Memphis. We go to Jackson, Tennessee. I got a room out there that I do, but not yet Nashville for some reason. You gotta go talk to the people over there at Zanies and tell them to let us come through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? I'm going to make it a mission. We're going to watch you at Zanies.
That's
okay?
amazing. I received that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
you
we'll
know
round up all the Zimbabweans will come in, you know, and support you.
Indiana. That's another market we got to come out to for sure.
Exactly. So we hope that you can come to our cities.
Yeah.
Or our states rather.
We'll be there.
We are more than, as we said before, we really appreciate you taking the time to jump on here with us. Getting to know you. We had such a great time with you. We wish you well in all your endeavors.
Thank you.
You're already international because you're crossing the oceans.
Yeah.
To go do shows.
Yeah.
So
you can Google me, people. My name is Google.
Okay.
I actually did Google you and you came up. I'm telling you.
I think that's where I got one of your photos for the flyer.
Yeah.
I got you on Google.
We're not playing around here. We're taking this thing to another level.
Definitely. So we're so excited for you, and honestly, we're proud of you. You're doing wonderful.
Absolutely. Come back and, you know, chat with us anytime.
Exactly. We'll do. Definitely. No, but next time we gotta do it live with all of us in one room. Nice setup.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, someone in the kitchen cooking mazondo, because you know we gotta eat. Nembora, you know, we gotta eat. I mean, because this thing of you making me work like this, I worked hard today, but no eating. We gotta eat.
Don't worry.
You're not working at all. This is you.
Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone who joined. As always, please like and share and follow our page for there is more to come. We have so many exciting guests that are going to be here this year. Nice. And we can't wait. Thank you so much.
Excited.
God bless y'all.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.